Good morning from Kariega Game Reserve here in the Eastern Cape, where the sun is slowly starting to creep up and warm things up here. My name is Nick and I'll be your photo naturalist for this morning. And I think myself, along with all of the birds and all of the animals here at Kariega, have been long awaiting the sun to creep up and thaw everything out. A little bit of a chilly start to the morning here, but a beautiful way to start the day here at Scotia Dam. He's busy ruminating away, and he's had like the same ball of food, bolus of food in his mouth, and he's just chewing it over and over again. And he's just got this massive saliva build up. I'm sure you saw that big drop of it fall off there already. And he goes through this process of it, like it'll fall off like we saw it, and you just chews, and you can already see it growing longer there. Oh, nasty, rough, man. Yeah, he's found his rhythm of it, just like it grows and it develops and drops off like every 20 seconds.
This is the area where they migrate first and coming in. That's the reason we see a number of males that really they're in mass, they're getting into the point. We might, in the next 2 weeks, we might get to see again loads of elephant coming down here in this specific area. Sometimes it helps quite a lot because the migration of the species, in most cases, it might follow by other species, in general antelope, as far as wildebeest, zebra, impala, that also can really follow the migration of elephants into the area. You know that all the time the animal, they can form congregations and move together for safety all the time. The zebra and the impala, they always like to be together because if any wild dogs come into the area, the zebra can stand for their rights and chase all that. So all those benefits, they really all, it will be needed from the impala and other general antelope, of course, that form aggregation of different species that might be in the area.
So we have found these 3 amigos. What a cool way to find them. Yeah, we had the tracks early this morning coming through the tunnel past our little house where we're staying, and they got mobile in a west direction. So we just followed up on the tracks. What we did notice was a jackal footprints amongst the cheetah footprints, which is telling us that the jackals were busy following the cheetah. I was actually looking for jackal. I was hoping to spot the jackal first and then know that we are quite close to the cheetah, but we've managed to find the cheetah themselves. So very nice. It's always nice to find tracks so early in the morning and find so quickly. It's not always like this. Sometimes we can track for hours and hours and hours and still not find. These cheetahs have eaten something again. The stomach is quite full again. My. These guys are eating machines. Isn't this just beautiful? One individual standing up quite nice and tall, and the other 2 just laying down next to it.
But being a cold-blooded animal or poikiothermic animal, this is a perfect opportunity to come out of the cooler water and just allow those rays of sun to warm the skin, get them up to optimum operational temperature for the day. We've been seeing a lot of water monitors lately, probably in response to all the water that we have at the moment, but it's been nice to spend some quality time with them. I love their little hands. And a water monitor track is lovely. You could really see those fingers that are specialized for digging, not quite as clawed as the rock monitor, but still very, very nice to see. And some people claim to be able to tell the difference between water and rock monitor tracks by looking at the angle of that sort of thumb. You can see on the left there, you can see how that one, if you can imagine that was his thumb, is sort of sticking at a slightly different angle. But from my experience, You're a brave man to try and separate, or woman for that matter, to separate a water and a rock monitor based on track. You'd rather look at habitat, I think is more likely. We've got a brown-hooded kingfisher who's just grabbed something off the road and is currently smacking it against the branch there to tenderize it, trying to see what it is. I think it's a little frog. No, it looks too solid for a frog. Struggling with my binoculars to make, even with the binos, to make out what that is. Well, whatever that was is now in the gullet of a brown-hooded kingfisher. But it was a kill of some description. But it's nice to actually see a brown-hooded kingfisher. We've been seeing a lot of woodlands kingfishers of late, but they of course will be leaving soon. And it's strange to me that when the woodlands come back, the brown-hooded seem to disappear. And then once the woodlands have gone, we'll be seeing lots more brown-hooded. But the woodlands are slightly bigger, and I think just dominate the brown-hooded, so maybe push them into a slightly different habitat. Okay, yeah, we've got some elephants, a couple of young bulls here. I think we've just got the tail end of a herd in the bushes, not too far away from Treehouse Dam. So kind of hoping that maybe they might go and have a drink for us. Might disturb that water monitor that we saw a little bit earlier. But these guys are in no rush this morning, and they are properly being silent. We only got a glimpse of one through the trees, and we've been waiting for them to come out of the bushes, and have had to sort of come to them a little bit, because they don't seem to be in any rush to do anything at all this morning. And it's amazing just how quiet they are. And here comes a female with a little one, I think, on the other side of her. But very peaceful, these elephants this morning. They're giving off a nice vibe of relaxation for us. Good way to start a Tuesday. Hello, Mum. A little one hiding on the other side of Mum. You might just be able to see some legs moving underneath her body. But as I say, we are almost, unfortunately, out of time. But it's been a magical morning down here. I say one of my favourite sightings, I think, that I've ever had at Treehouse Dam. It has been a lovely morning out from all our different locations, but unfortunately time is against us. But never fear, Escape to Nature will be here straight after we are finished with the sunrise safari, and myself, Tess, and the rest of the team will be out again this afternoon from 2:30 Central African time, so don't forget to check your time differences and join us with see whatever else we can find this afternoon. But for the last 30 seconds or so, let's just watch this lovely scene of these elephants by Treehouse Dam.